Take out the trash. It's snippet time. Hello, gals, and welcome to Sober Living Snippets, where we live alcohol-free, or do our best, so we can heal those relationships, feel youthful again, and ditch regret and shame. Regret, shame, and other garbage in our lives. Today, gals, I want to talk to you about cleansing, because next week I am doing a free 5-day sober spring cleanse. But I am not talking just about drinking a lot of water. So let's talk about cleansing, why it matters, what is a holistic cleanse in Snippet Land, in Becca's world. And before I do any of that, let me slow down, back up, start over, and say, hello, my name's Becca Jacobson. If you're new around here, welcome. You are now in Snippet Land, and that is special. And I have for you a snippet. Let us get started. So I'm offering the Sober Spring Cleanse, a 5-day challenge, if you want to call it a challenge. It's a 5-day event. It is 5 days of me supporting you to either start your alcohol-free life for the first 5 days or continue your already alcohol-free life, so your next 5 days. We spend 5 days together. We agree not to drink. Or we do our best. I'm not coming to your house to check if you're drinking, so that's up to you. You'll have to go with a little integrity there. But what I will do is show up for you every day live on video and give you snippet-like inspiration and information and give you daily micro tasks to walk you through a holistic cleanse. Now, what do I mean by that and why does it matter? Well, yes, of course, we want to clean the body, and I don't mean taking a shower. So if we're going to put down the alcohol, it's a great idea to support the body cleansing itself, which it automatically will when we put down the alcohol. Of course, if we remove poison, the body's going to be cleansing, isn't it? Right? Especially if we've been drinking a while, we need to be cleansing. Of course, we don't want to go nuts on this because then we could end up actually feeling really, really crappy. So please don't get the idea that I'm going to walk you through a full cleanse or any kind of fast because there's just no way. If we're putting down the alcohol, then I would recommend, other than supporting the cleanse, don't put down anything else at the same time. In other words, if you're a coffee drinker and you're basically addicted to coffee, don't give up coffee and alcohol in the same week, okay? Unless you want to lose your mind. So I'm not going to be saying to you, let's get really super strict about this and take no toxins and no chemicals. We can't do everything at once, especially over 5 days. So if the deal is we're putting down the alcohol, I'm definitely going to encourage you to pick up a lot more water, maybe some cleansing herb tea with some dandelion, something like that, which is very supportive of the liver. But other than that, no, I'm not going to be asking or even encouraging anyone to put the body into shock because you're suddenly wondering, where's my caffeine? Where's my nicotine? Where's my alcohol? One thing at a time. So in terms of the cleanse, that's basically the physical part of it. That's really basically it. I haven't even said the S word yet. Sugar. I'm not even going to talk about sugar during this cleanse because, as I said, most of you, because I haven't drank in 7 years, will be dealing with alcohol. However, I will say this. If you haven't drank in a while and you're coming to this cleanse, I know some of you are coming on board already with months and in some cases even years of sobriety, and you're struggling with sugar, then by all means, come on board, drop the sugar, and do the cleanse. So my point here really is choose one vice, if you want to call it that, or one chemical, one thing you're going to stop during the week, not more than one. So if you've got both alcohol and sugar on board, just ditch the alcohol. Leave the sugar for now. Okay, you're going to need it. Okay? Everybody got that? Okay, so that's the first thing. Now, by holistic cleanse, we are not just our bodies. In fact, I don't talk that much about our bodies on this show. I'm always encouraging you to move your body. I'm encouraging you to get out there and take a walk or go to the gym or do something. But I'm more interested in how you feel about yourself, your self-image. I'm more interested in your relationships. Of course, we want to feel youthful. That's why we're ditching alcohol and moving the body. But if you don't like yourself very much, we got to do some cleansing there. So we're going to be talking throughout this week about self-limiting beliefs. We're going to look at mindset and how you view your relationships, yourself, your past, your future, your career, your retirement, whatever it is, your life, because no cleanse would be complete if we didn't look at the attitudes you're bringing to life. So if you're bringing on negative attitudes, negative self-image, beliefs about yourself or others that are holding you back, then what good's a cleanse? You're just going to be a very unhappy person. So we're going to talk about all of those things. In other words, we're going to look at thoughts and beliefs, and we're going to clean those up as well. Hey, and by the way, let's be realistic. This is 5 days. Okay? Honestly, 5 days. And then finally, we're also going to talk about you looking after your higher self. We are not the bodies, and we're actually not the minds, are we? We are spiritual beings. And so we're going to look at that as well. Do you have a connection to your higher self? Whatever that looks like for you. It's important, gals. It's important. And so we're going to look at that as well during the 5 days. So what I want you to expect is a high-level overview in these areas of life so you can do a little checkup on yourself and see, well, how am I doing in these areas? What am I missing? And how can I improve? But at the end of 5 days, it's all going to be just started. You definitely need longer, and I'm sure I don't have to talk anyone into that or convince anyone that 5 days is not enough time to do any of these in depth. None of them. And so I'm not pretending that I'm going to cleanse you holistically in 5 days. I'm not. I'm going to inspire you in those 5 days. I'm going to inspire you to look more deeply at your self-limiting beliefs, your mindset. I'm going to inspire you to look at your higher self, your spiritual self, and how you're looking after that and your relationship there. I'm going to inspire you to look at your life in terms of relationships. I'm going to inspire you to look after your body better. And at the same time we're doing all of this, we're going to do our best not to drink. Okay. Now, the reason I say it like that, I've done challenges before, and some people are able to quit drinking and some aren't. Maybe you're not ready. Although I would argue if you're listening to me, you sure want to be, don't you? So I would suggest if you're a little nervous about putting down the alcohol, get ready now. Mentally prepare now. First of all, you got to commit to joining me. This is all happening, by the way, 1 week from today. So this is the 19th to the 23rd of March. The 20th is spring, the first day of spring. So this is us doing a little spring cleanse. So first of all, you have to commit to coming. And the way you do that is you go to the app that you're using to listen to my voice right now. I usually say go to the show notes. And I actually had someone text me the other day and say, what are show notes? So let me be a little more specific. If you don't know what show notes are, it's a little write-up I put underneath every episode that you can read. And there's links in there, more information in there. So show notes are a little extra information on every episode. That means you're going to open up the app you're using to hear my voice and just go ahead and have a look at this episode. And probably what you'll find, it depends on which app you're using, that the show notes are hidden, but there's a little blue more button or something like that. So don't be afraid to tap around until it opens up, and then you can see a paragraph or two that I've written. And in that paragraph will be a link saying, come and join the challenge. Tap that link and sign up, okay? So if you don't know what show notes are, now you're in the know. So you need to get yourself registered. I need to know who you are, and I need your email address to do it. Now remember, one of the reasons is because... there are several reasons, but one of them is everyone who comes through these 5 days with me is getting a $100 certificate that you can use at a restaurant right in your neighborhood. All you have to do is show up for 5 days. So I need to know who you are if you want your certificate. So sign up in the show notes. Now, once you've done that, you want to prepare mentally if you have no sobriety, meaning if you're still drinking, but you're going to do this and put down the bottle next Wednesday, the 19th, you can begin mentally preparing. How do you do that? Well, keep getting your snippets, of course, but you make a decision. You say to yourself, I am going to do this. I'm going to do those 5 days alcohol-free, and I'm also going to keep going afterwards because Becca's going to show me how. I'm going to show up open-minded and willing, and I'm going to change my life in the spring of 2025 and right through into the summer, fall, and winter of 2025. This is my time to finally make the change that I've been wanting to make. Did you miss dry January? Or maybe you tried it and it didn't follow through. Well, now's your chance. Let's get started. There is no time like the present. So I hope this is exciting you. I hope you'll come and join me. I would love to meet you finally. Share this with anyone you know who might be excited about it. Invite them to the challenge. All are welcome. Of course, it's geared to 40-plus women, but I don't take birth certificates. If you have questions about it, you can always email me at beccajacobson.com. And that's it for today, gals. That's what a sober spring cleanse looks like here in Snippet Land. Hopefully that clarified things for you and maybe even got you a little bit excited. Looking forward to seeing you next week. Meanwhile, come back tomorrow for another snippet, and I'll see you then. Thanks for popping in. Be sure to come back tomorrow so we can keep your head on straight. Sending you buckets of love.